For day 4 notes, this is where you are finding the greatest common factor that you just did in day 3, but then you have to factor it out. So I'll show you what that means. So first, let's find the GCF. So we have 4, 24, and 8. What goes into 4, 24, and 8 evenly? Well, 2 can, 4 can, and that's it. So 4 was my greatest common factor. Then, if I look, do I have an x in every term? And I do. So I take the lowest x out. So that is what we did in day 3. In day 4, you take the GCF and you write it down here, and then you put a parenthesis, because what you do is you divide the polynomial by the GCF, and that answer goes inside of the parentheses. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 4 minus 2 is x squared. Negative 24 divided by 4 is negative 6, and 3 minus 2 is x to the first. 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 2 minus 2 is 0, so we do not write the x. Okay. So in part B, same idea. So 30, 20, and 15. So originally I thought, oh, 10 can go into these two numbers, but 10 can't go into 15. But I know if a number ends with 0 or 5, 5 goes into all those numbers. So we're going to go with a 5. Now we look, do we have an x in every term? And we do. So the smallest x comes out. So for my final answer, when I factor it out, I put parenthesis, 5x parenthesis, and I divide by 5x. So divide. 30 divided by 5 is 6, but 3 minus 1 is x squared. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 2 minus 1 is x. Negative 15 divided by 5 is negative 3. And 1 minus 1 is 0, so I don't write that. Okay, letter C. What number divides into all three numbers evenly? And that would be a 3. Okay. If you thought 9, you were close, because 9 does go into 27 3 times. 9 goes into itself 1 time. But it can't divide to 21. So I know that 3 can go into all of those numbers evenly. And I have an x in every term, so I'm going to take out that small x, x squared. And I'm going to divide by 3x squared. So 27 divided by 3 is 9. 4 minus 2 is x squared. Divide, we get negative 7. 3 minus 2 is x to the first. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And 2 minus 2 is 0, so I don't have to write that down. In letter D, what is the GCF of 7, 35, and 14? Well, in this case, it's 7. And I have an x to the 5th, x to the 3rd, and no x. So since there's no x, I can't take an x out. So then my GCF is just 7. And so instead of dividing and subtracting, I'm going to just divide. So 7 divided by 7 is 1, and I bring the x to the 5th down. And then 35 divided by 7 is 5, and I go ahead and bring x to the 3rd down. And then negative 14 divided by 7 is negative 2, and I close my parenthesis. Okay, moving on to letter E. 18, 12, and 24. So all are even. I know 2 can go in there. 3 can. 6 can divide into all of those. So let's see. 6 can go into all of those. Excuse that. And then we have an x in every single term. So this right here is my smallest x. Now I need to divide by that 6x. 18 divided by 6. 3 minus 1. Negative 12 divided by 6. 2 minus 1. 24 divided by 6. And then 1 minus 1 is 0, so we don't write that down. Okay, and then lastly for this one, F. My GCF here for 4, 16, and 2 has to be 2. Okay? And then I have an x in every term, but my smallest x is just x. So now I need to divide by 2x. So 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. 8 minus 1 is 8 to the 7th. 16 divided by 2 is 8. And 6 minus 1 is x to the 5th. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. And 1 minus 1 is 0, so we don't need to write that.